Hi, it's Agnes, and I'm going to answer another viewer email. Addie, I'm going to do part of yours because it's extremely long, and the first bit, it's just you telling me different things about what you think. So I'm going to hop in here at since society and relationships in particular are going through a chaotic time, maybe we have twisted things to teach human beings to be comfortable alone, since most of us are lonelier than ever. Okay. I guess this is where you have got your sets of beliefs. And yes, I think I don't see relationships going through a chaotic time apart from those people that really struggle with understanding self-love and giving that out, you see. I'm not surrounded by that in my personal life so much. I'm not saying at all, but see, your world around you, what you see, whether it's in your home, in your community, in your friendships, or in your extended whatever you watch or look up or whatever, will be a reflection of what you think, feel, and believe you see. I don't have those beliefs about society and also about relationships. So I'm not surrounded by that these days. I used to be a lot. Every relationship around me was chaotic, and there was infidelity, and there was a lot of difficulty, and all that stuff that can be there if you're vibrating and focusing on those things. So it is what you've got around you is a reflection of you, remember. So if you're saying that, then that's real for you. I'm not saying it's not real for you. It obviously is. So maybe you want to change it. If you want to, you don't have to. So you've said maybe we have twisted things to teach human beings to be comfortable alone. Since most of us are lonelier than ever. I don't see that in my personal life. I see people that are satisfied with who they're with and connecting with other people, whether it's in a love relationship or a sexual relationship, or just through good conversation and feeling connected and understood. So again, that's a belief. You've said most of us are lonelier than ever. That's again a belief of yours, which then of course you get evidence for. Also, you've said relationships become a mutual benefit arrangement. Well, again, it's your beliefs. I see some really good relationships. I've got friends that have been together for 17 to 20 years. They have children. They have a good relationship. I see that in my life. And I look for more of those. And I see more of those as time goes on, you see. So I don't think when you're in a self-loving place, it's for mutual benefit. It is to actually connect and have meaningful, satisfying, secure partnerships. And that can be on a business level or in a sibling relationship, you with your mum or your dad, or also with a sexual loving partner. So so I don't see it that way. People like to keep things superficial. I don't actually have any of those people in my life. So if you're getting that in your life or seeing evidence of that, remember everyone's you pushed out. So what have you got going on that's around you? People don't want to deal with their own emotions. Again, it's not my experience. I'm surrounded by people that go to 12-step fellowships that deal with their emotions every day, and also they come to coaching with me and email coaching. So I get the evidence of people really wanting to deal with their emotions every day, darling. I'm sorry to give you that news, but yeah. let alone their partner. Look, everybody that comes to this channel pretty much is really wanting to connect and work out what they've got going on to overcome, to then become more connected. So I don't see these teachings as an escape at all. I see these teachings, whether it's Neville or Abraham Hicks or Wallace Wattles or Rhonda Byrne, who wrote The Secret, or even Wayne Dyer or Louise Hay, all this stuff was written for people to not escape, but for people to rediscover the love within them, and for them to then be able to really be able to give that out to those that mean something to them, you see. So, and you've said, since your partner, find love and peace within yourself. Since your partner and your circumstances are unlikely to provide you with that. Well, I think you've got to be that which you would like to have. So if you're in a peaceful, loving state, then you will attract a partner that will reflect that back to you. So your partner can give that to you, but you need to feel worthy, loved, good enough to receive it, you see. We cannot get anything that we don't think and believe to be true. And a belief's just a thought you keep thinking. It becomes a dominant thought, then it becomes a belief, you see. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. You will get amazing support and love if you believe and feel worthy and deserving. That's how it works. Oh, okay, let me keep going with this. So, since your partner and your circumstances are unlikely to provide you with that anyways. So yeah, that's again your belief there. Find acceptance and abundance within yourself. Yes, yes, I agree with that. You do need to find it within yourself, and then it goes out, and then you get a photocopy, and then it comes back, and then you enjoy the fruits of your labor, so to speak, mental labor and emotional labor. Since society doesn't care for your emotions or financial health. Well, again, Addie, that's your belief. You've got to look at what you think, feel, and believe. It's not them out there, them out there, them out there, which I'm hearing a lot in this email. It's, yeah, I don't know. Oh, anyway, I will keep going with this. Has spirituality become opium for the masses, the way religion once was? Hey, nobody else will give you your comfort, support in today's world, so you might as well just give it to yourself. No, not quite. You give it to yourself, and then everyone else will give it to you. It all starts with self. Everything starts with self. You are a magnet that's either pulling in or repelling, and that's all to do with your emotional state, okay? Anything negative will repel. Anything positive will bring in. That's the basic, simple terms of it. Okay, so society uses individuals for what they can do for it. No, I don't agree with that. Society gives you a photocopy of what you believe about you, and if you're getting used, then you've got beliefs that support it. If you're getting fantastic giving and being of value, then you get a reflection of being appreciated, valued, and people will come to give you a reflection of that. So, having any expectations from your close ones, let alone anyone else, is a waste of energy. Well, not exactly either. You can expect to be loved in a non-arrogant kind of way. I expect to be loved because I am love. So, I don't see it as a waste of energy. Okay, it's like telling a baby that your mother is not expected to feed you, so just comfort yourself and stop crying. No. Obviously, as a baby, you need your mother's love until you become emotionally capable of you've learnt from your mum how to do that for yourself, you see. So yes, obviously as you get past the age of about 19 or 20, or maybe even 17 or 18, you've got to start to learn to self-love and then be able to give that out and be self-sufficient, as in not so that you're not bothering anyone and because no one will give it to you, but because that's the process of becoming a secure, grounded adult. You do that and then you become someone who can move through the world contributing to yourself, and also, and you're contributing through your energy, you're contributing through your vibe. When there's no dramas in your life, when there's no chaos in your life, when there's no pessimism in your life about out there, you can become someone who is of service. You can say, God, universe, whatever word you want to use, how can I be of service? And you become someone who is incredibly satisfied. The energy runs through you. You assist, you give, and you feel more energy, more love, and more security than you ever have, you see. So, I thought all humans need love. Yes, I think we do need love, connection, and support. But it has to start with us. It can't be coming from that place of you got to give me because I'm not going to do it. It's got to be coming from I deserve support because I'm a loving being, and right now I need to fill myself up, and then I expect that someone will support whoever that is or that's around you. Now you can expect to be supported. You're saying with the new social order, don't expect it and just give it to yourself. Yes, give it to yourself first and then expect that because you do, you will get it from the outside, see, because you're a vibrational match to it. So if somebody has to spend hours doing meditation and other things every day so they can avoid normal conflicts with their lives, emotional and otherwise, something is wrong maybe. Well, you know what? You don't have to do meditation every day and other techniques to avoid conflicts. All that stuff is a stepping stone to you being able to do it mentally and emotionally within your own self. So if you can flip your pessimistic thought of, oh, I'm never going to get that, and then you go, hang on a minute, I don't want that thought. I love, what could I do to expect and believe and know I can have that, whatever it is. So you become mentally clearer, mentally crisper, mentally more focused on the actual living from everything, you see. Not thinking of everything as if it's over there and you're over here and, oh, how am I going to get over there? That kind of thinking, you see. So, yeah, no, you don't have to do any of that stuff. If you can hold your self-loving state by just walking around and having good thoughts, good mental diet, as Neville talks about, you don't have to do that. Just use your imagination as you're moving around with your eyes open. But until such time, these techniques help you to get there, you see. Okay? So, should not our partners love us even when we're having not the best moments? Yeah, for sure. Nothing wrong with that. Not expect us to just deal with it through meditation. Well, you got to look at, am I wanting them to fix stuff, which isn't their job? You can discuss stuff with people and, you know, let out your feelings and then work on how to get into a solution state. Nothing wrong with that. If you've got the sort of partner that has that kind of mind and emotional capacity. Otherwise, you go around in circles arguing. So you can, definitely, if you've got the right connection and the right sort of partner. So it sounds cold and the opposite of love and connection depth. Yeah, well, that's not quite what I mean. You need to connect with your partner and you need to connect with your family and you need to say to people how you feel, but it's staying in that state, if it's a negative state or a negative emotion, that you keep it short, because after 17 seconds it starts to move you towards the negative, and then it creates 68 seconds where you start to launch a rocket of moving towards that thing. So You know, I've got a friend where she says, oh, I've had a shitty day and this happened. I said, you got 17 seconds. So, you know, we say it really fast and then we start laughing. It's like, okay, well, what's the solution? And we work on that. So, yeah, it's just not staying in those states for hours on end and wallowing in it. That's all. But you're allowed to feel what you feel. We're human. We're not robots. We're allowed to share and be, you know, you're allowed to cry, let out anger, yell in the car, do all those things, but move through. And then don't stay stuck there. So, is it just a new way to tell people to deal with the lack of deep, meaningful connection in their lives by telling them to provide it for themselves? No, I think, you know, you have to take responsibility for your own stuff. But yeah, of course, balance it with connection and talking to people, to get sometimes an extra perspective, because you get locked into your own head. We all do. I also understand, not sure if I'm making myself clear, I also understand all of the above can be classified as limiting beliefs, as they are coming from life experiences, and humanity as a whole has become more disconnected and lonely. No, that again is another limiting belief. Humanity is not as a whole becoming more disconnected and lonely. I don't live that kind of life, Addie. And I know lots of people that don't. So it doesn't have to be true for you. You know, it's up to you whether you want to change it. You know, that's totally your business. But I do hear a huge amount of limiting beliefs in this email. Are New Age teachings a way to normalize this, saying just go find everything within yourself so nobody has to give you love? No, you go within, you find your love, then everyone gives you love. Everybody. Everybody, from the guy at the post office where you pick up your mail to your brother, to your fantastic partner, to having a great, loving relationship with people you work with. It's definitely there. So you've said, of course, then you don't have to give love to anyone else either by that logic. Okay, anyway, I think I've explained that. Anyways, maybe I'm sounding silly, but thought you might want to take it on, since it's often said New Age teachings are about teaching people to be selfish and enabling each man for himself, behavior that has become prevalent today. There's a difference between being totally selfish and a difference with being self, as in looking after. You can't get your cup filled by somebody else. You've got to fill your own cup, and then you are able to give what's in the cup to others. And yeah, so there needs to be a form of self-care, extreme self-care, extreme self-love. I don't see that as selfish, because then you are of way more value to other people, you see. Because, and I'll say this especially about women, women run around and help people. They're resentful because they've got too much to do, and they give from a half-empty cup, and then they complain, they feel hard done by, and they feel like they haven't got enough for themselves. Men, I think, do that a little bit better. They understand they have to look after themselves, and they go about and do it. And then they help others. I think women have got something to learn from men in that department. I'm not saying all men are all women, but from what I see and what I hear and my experience of coaching, I see this again and again. Okay? So, hopefully that answers your question. So you've added another little bit here. I've got nothing against meditation. I like it and have benefited from it. But if I have to do meditation every time my partner does something I don't like, then I don't know. You don't have to do meditation every time your partner does something wrong. If you can actually think thoughts that get you out of those situations, you don't have to do meditation at all. Meditation is there for people to connect with themselves when they never really have, as in looking at their own stuff around why stuff's created. So meditation gives you a time to reflect, a time to surrender, a time to give self-love to yourself. But if you want to do it in other ways, I mean, you can do, walking and start telling a great story and be clear about what you want and reassure yourself and do all that stuff. And a lot of people can do that without meditation. Meditation's a stepping stone. It's something you can keep doing for a long, long time because it feels good. And if you don't want to do it, that's totally okay. It's not the only way around the wheel. This is why my channel is about lots of different ways, and different things will resonate with different people. So you pick what you want to do. All right, that's it. Logging off.